Hello, adventurers. My name's Tyler.
And I'm Richard.
To kick off Spooky Month, we're playing a one-on-one game of Daggerheart. Welcome to True Strike.
Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the show.
Woo!
Spooky month is upon us.
Yeah.
And if you're new, this is something that we do for the month of October. We kind of go back and forth playing games with each other because this is the only time we really get to play games at all these days, unless it's our like standard weekly game that we have.
Yeah, and that's very like just kind of set in stone, so we don't really branch out too much.
Yeah. So every October, we decide to play some one-on-ones. Sometimes we've done more people in them, but a lot of times it's just the two of us because with our setup, it's actually easier and probably a little bit less prep work on both of us trying to figure things out.
Well, it gets interesting, too, because like I mentioned, we're playing Daggerheart today, and it's going to be a Daggerheart one-shot, and I assume it's a one-shot. We'll see. And it's kind of like that whole idea of, okay, is Daggerheart good for a one-on-one game? Well, we haven't done that yet.
I don't know. And that's actually because we don't talk about the games that we're running for each other. Like,
oh, no, we always just show up and
just show up and say, like, here's a thing.
Yeah.
But on a whim, because we were supposed to be recording this like a couple days ago, we had to push back a little bit. But I was like, hey, are you ready for the game?
We're both recovering from illness.
Yeah. And I was like, are you ready for the game? You're going to be playing Daggerheart. And you were all like, what? And I was all like, well, yeah, I just like, I automatically in my head this year, I just went straight to, I want to run like a little one-shot Daggerheart because I want to see how well it does. Like, I want to see how well a person will do in just a one-on-one trying to build encounters that aren't going to just completely myrtleize somebody, that will still be kind of fun. Spoiler alert, I don't know if Tyler is going to survive this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or if it's going to be too easy. Maybe it'll be a cakewalk. I basically, this isn't a campaign framework that I'm going to be running. This is something that I found online years ago that I've just been sitting on forever because I thought it was cool and something really neat. It's not overly complicated either. It's a very short little kind of dungeon that somebody mocked up and posted online for free and for donations. So this is something that you can go pick up if you're interested in it. We'll do links down below to the page for it. It's still up and available. And like I said, it's kind of like a tipping system. So you can go in and just download it for $0 if you want to, or you can do like me and throw the guy a couple bones for, producing something that's just kind of fun little thing that you can run many people through, I guess. Honestly, I don't know how many people this is actually designed for.
I was gonna say, and does it have what's the word I'm looking for? A suggested like system?
So I don't know anything about the game that this was kind of posted for, because this was something that I found while scrolling through the internet, like I said, I think about 2 years ago, and it was on a board for a game that was called Lamentations of the Flame Princess.
Okay. I have not played that.
I have never played that. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's a TTRPG.
And if it's any good.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. So it appears to have been built for that, but it is billed as a system agnostic kind of thing. So it's like, hey, I made this dungeon, but it's just kind of like a framework. You can do whatever you want with it. I've seen a couple people talk about rebuilding it from Morkborg, obviously. Okay. I saw somebody that rebuilt it for Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously, I've never seen anybody do it for Daggerheart. So I was all like, cool, I want to see how it works for Daggerheart.
Time to find out. So
what it's called Alan the Mole. And the reason why it jumped out at me was because it was posted as in basically a map of a dungeon, and it looked really funny, and I loved the artwork, and the descriptions on it were really good, and just generally it was funny, and I liked it. Is it going to be super spooky? We'll see how spooky it is. The premise is a little bit spooky if you ask me, but yeah, it's called Alan the Mole, and it was designed by somebody named Luca Negri. So Luca, if you're out there and still in the TTRPG space, thanks for making this. It was fun, and I think it'll be a neat little thing to run through. And again, like I said, we'll post some links down below. If you're new to watching us play games live, we don't do it that often, but when we do it, it's probably janky.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's fine though.
Expect us to be weird or mess up rules, because this is like, we're not like going for a studio level gameplay here. We're just two dudes playing games on the internet.
We're making a podcast and having fun doing it.
So
this is
yes,
just us letting loose for a month and just having some fun.
If you see us mess up a rule, yep, that's probably something that we do, and this goes for like all the games that we play. So I mean, we're gonna wing stuff. It's gonna be just like one of our home games. You might hear a paper shuffle. Hopefully, you'll hear some dice rolling because we have the nice little clanky. What are these things called?
Rolling
the
trays.
Wooden sided things, rolling trays.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't expect like studio level quality here. But I mean,
whatever.
We're just playing games.
No one comes here for that.
No one comes here for that. So without further ado, we'll jump right into Alan the Mole, which I have had Tyler go ahead and make a character for this in advance.
What time period are we in with Alan the Mole?
Alan the Mole, I don't know. That all really depends on the character that you have made for us today.
I will flavor my character based on the time period.
Because
I guess what I'm getting.
This is so it's not really like super.
Are we talking
in depth here?
Super high fantasy? Or are we talking a little more modern?
If we're going, it's not modern.
Okay.
So there's really, like I said, this is a bare bones kind of a thing. Don't go into this expecting like a campaign framework when you download this from Luca. It's the picture of the house has a chimney and it's a 3-story house that you can see. And
I feel like I'm getting spoilers.
There's other stuff that's going on here. One, I'm just telling you what his house looks like. And it's in the countryside. But you're being offered, in the original, you're being offered 300 silver to do a job. And it's that's pretty much kind of all you get. And there's a village nearby. So time period wise, I guess I would probably say this is fantasy. So this is going to be like, I don't know, like medieval type fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably like our best bet for setting on this one.
I'm painting a word picture as we go. Like it's in my mind.
We're gonna go with medieval fantasy here.
Okay.
Yeah. Crossbows, spears, daggers, short swords,
Daggerhearts,
silver, gold, you know, all that good fun
no
stuff.
Silver.
Noble people and a village.
All right.
Well, there's no silver. We're golds.
Let's keep it simple.
So
handfuls,
bags, and chests, indeed. But yeah, I don't know anything about Tyler's character. Basically, what I told him was, hey, just make a Daggerheart character at level 1. I don't care what you do. And we'll just go from there. This is very loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
And that's it. So Tyler is going to open this up by telling us about the character that he has created that I'm going to try and kill tonight.
Yeah, probably successfully because I'm not ready for any of this. So stepping into this village, you see Beryl Caskins. He's got some dark gray leather pants over some dark black leather boots. Meant to keep away the elements and stuff. But a very flowy white cloth shirt. Doesn't really match the rest of it. It's a little oversized too. The sleeves hang down a little bit lower. Over his hands a bit, but he could, you see him pulling him up every now and then, trying to like not to look like a child in his father's work shirt. He has his hair long black, pushed over the side to the right. It's starting to thin a bit, but he's not ready to give up on it, so he's just trying to keep it out of his eyes, but he wants to enjoy it while it's there. You see he has a very small round shield attached at the wrist on his left hand, and hanging off his belt on his right is a hand axe that has a like faint bluish glow to it.
Oh,
yes. But yeah, green eyes, and he's just walking into town. He's heard some things are going down. He's looking for work, and he's just trying to see what he can find.
Okay, I like this. That is the extent of what I know about this character completely. And I'm not going to ask anymore. I don't even know what class he's playing. Doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to try and kill him.
I've played enough of these of Richard's games where it doesn't matter. I've min-maxed characters. I've pulled characters out of my butt the second before we played. It never matters. Because this man just subverts all expectations. So I've gotten to the point where I just make a character and I don't make him one way or the other.
That works though.
We'll see how it goes.
That works. So where you are, so we'll just say you're traveling the countryside, looking for work, as it will, as adventurers often do. And you got wind of a small village outside of a noble area that has a job for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
little rucksack with a little on my back with a couple of supplies.
Okay, you got some supplies with you.
I'm assuming I get my starting like stamina potion, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get your stamina potion or a health potion. I don't know which one you're taking.
I don't want that.
Okay, so you got your stamina potion. Are you horseback or are you hitch and ride with somebody
right now?
Yeah.
I just hitched a ride into town. They dropped me off a little bit before. So the last 10, 15 minutes, so I've been on foot.
Okay.
They had to head a different direction.
So being on foot, this region that you're in has been incredibly overcast. Think like England weather. Like it is dark, even though it is like mid-morning or so, probably like early afternoon. It is still dark out here. The sun you haven't actually seen probably since you got up.
Okay.
And it's like threatening to rain. It rained a little bit on the cart when you were on here. There's a nice little breeze blowing through, and it looks like at any moment there could just be a solid storm just completely wipe through this place. So as to say, it's a little bit spooky. So you come into town, you see a couple people on the outskirts of town, but not a lot. Everybody seems to be kind of shuttered in their homes, and when your cart kind of goes by, you can see they kind of pull the window shutters a little bit close, and you can just eyes looking at you, peeking at you. This place doesn't look like super friendly.
Okay, so as I'm stepping through, they're
as you're
just kind
stepping
of
through.
like peeking. Okay.
Yep. So you know that you're supposed to be going to the town center, which as you kind of walk through, you notice that there really isn't one, but you can see what probably used to be a church that looks like it might be like kind of like the place that you'd have to go in this village.
No bounty boards up.
No bounty boards or anything like that.
I'll go ahead of the church.
But
nothing
you
else, maybe
see
some shelter for the night.
what looks like a church. You don't see any like religious symbols or holy symbols on it or anything like that. But it does look like it probably was a church at some point.
Sure. Yeah.
And there's a couple hitching posts outside. And as you walk up to this, the door looks slightly ajar. But other than that, you don't see any people anywhere.
That's not good. They're gonna, catch a draft if they don't close this.
A draft.
So we'll go ahead and a little courtesy, slight knock, and then I'll open it up slowly. Okay. Do I see anyone peering in?
So as you kind of open this up, you can see that it probably was a church at some point, but it has been cleared out. There are no more pews in here anymore.
Okay.
There look like there are kind of like makeshift rooms and stuff like that have been erected that have no ceilings. They're just like kind of like walls, like cubicles almost. And towards the end, you can kind of see that there's a man sitting at a desk that's kind of up by where the altar would be. Mm-hmm. And he's just kind of sitting up there, and he's got a couple people that are kind of huddled around his desk, kind of standing. And you can hear people talking in like hushed tones. Obviously, when you push open these doors, they make like a nice creaking sound. So everybody kind of like looks back and over and sees you. And you see a gentleman kind of lean out to the side and look past the people. Scruffy looking man, probably in his like mid 50s. Mm-hmm. He's got a nice long beard, decent set of hair actually.
Oh, I'm a little jealous, but I won't say it.
And he kind of leans out, looks at you, raises out a hand, and kind of like motions you up to the front of the church. And then, like muddled talking again. He seems to be kind of like addressing the people that are around him, and they start kind of like filing off one by one.
All right. And because it's important to acknowledge, Daggerheart, I am human. It's the first time I've ever played human, and it probably will be the last time I play human. We'll see.
These are all humans that
I
you
want
see.
to try it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
These are all humans that you see here.
Fit right in then.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be acknowledged at this point.
Yeah.
I'll close the door nice and shut behind me. It doesn't it's not propped open, right? Like it doesn't.
Oh no, it's not still propped open. Yeah, when you shut it, it like actually has like a legitimate latch. Like it could actually shut.
I shut the door, and then I will, calmly, politely approach.
Okay. So as you walk up, everybody else is kind of like walking away, and the gentleman kind of like straightens some papers on his desks, and he looks over at you, and he's like, "Well, may I owe the pleasure here?"
Well, the name's Beryl Caskins. I'm just looking for some coin, maybe a place to stay. If you need any work done around here, I can. The place looks pretty clean. I don't mind doing a little work for a little bit, or maybe even I understand if you don't have any rooms to spare. Maybe directions to the next town. I just don't mean to be a bother, but I do specialize in taking care of miscreants and other kind of monstrous folk. If you got anything, spooky going on, I'm pretty good at getting rid of that sort of thing.
Well, that is quite actually serendipitous, because we do have something that does need taken care of around these parts. You probably couldn't have come at a better time, but I have to say it's kind of time sensitive. Time sensitive right now.
It's pretty nice outside.
But it is pretty nice outside. It's been sunny for the last week or so, but now it's just it seems to be getting gloomier and gloomier.
Oh, that's a little stupidipitous as well.
Yeah. But I in fact do have a job. It's taking care of somebody, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean. Wink.
Now, I got to warn you, this isn't a normal guy. I'll tell you straight up, Alan's a weird dude.
Oh, he's just a normal guy, but named Alan. Okay.
Yeah,
Alan's a weird name, around this part, I guess.
He's, like I said, he's not quite normal. He's lived on the outskirts of town for generations, his family has. But he's alone up there. He's got a house, little ways away from town, and folks around here tend to call him Alan the Mole, because there's rumors that he doesn't even live in that house anymore, that he lives in tunnels underneath his house, and
like a basement.
No, it's a little bit deeper than a basement.
Like a sub
basement? Like a sub basement. And there's rumors that these tunnels go further out from his property than we even know.
So you're worried he's expanding his territory, and this is like a tax issue?
No, it's not a tax issue. It's a missing persons issue.
Is Alan missing?
Alan's not missing, but we've had animals go missing. We've had people go missing as well. There was Marsha Bartok. She disappeared a couple of years ago, and the last time anybody saw her was a confrontation on the outside of her land with Alan. So we had suspicions, but we went out to search his house and could never find any trace of her, so we can't pin it on him. But then recently we've had a young lady named Sarah. She's one of the nobles from the family up the hill who has been gone for a couple of weeks now. It's not looking like we're probably ever going to see her again.
Well, I'd just like to make it clear that it wasn't me. I just got into town.
Okay.
These people.
Is this a concern for you where you're normally from?
They ain't. I've just been accused a couple times, people going missing and people thinking it was me. I had a husband once. They said I killed him, I whacked him, I buried him, fed him to a tiger. None of that happened.
Well, that's honestly, that's none of my concern.
You're right. But it wasn't me, and I want you to understand that. I just got here.
So here's the thing. I've got some money. Some of it's from the noble family up the hill. Some of it's from the villagers around here that are starting to get concerned with their life and well-being. And it's yours if you can take care of this Alan situation. Now,
so am I just looking for these missing people, or do you want this Alan, as we previously mentioned, taken care of?
I want Alan taken care of, if you get my drift.
Is that even if no proof is brought forward that these people are missing because of him?
Even if no proof is brought forward, I think Alan is something we need to take care of. Now, if you can find Sarah, then obviously it would be great.
That would be serendipitous.
It would be serendipitous. But I'll tell you right now, I don't think that's probably going to be something that's going to happen. It's sad to say, and it's unfortunate, but with a gentleman like Alan, there's no telling.
I feel like there's a lot of missing about this folk. This man's just been kind of isolated for some time, maybe digging some holes under his house, and you're ready to just make this man disappear. And you seem oddly confident.
You say I'm ready, but it's more the entire village is ready, and so is the nobleman up the hill.
How come no one here ain't willing to do it?
We've sent people. They don't come back, and we haven't heard from them. Now, whether or not they just decided to abscond with a down payment, or if Alan did something to him, I can't rightly say, but I have my suspicions.
Okay.
Now, the last time anybody saw Alan, They didn't actually see him in his house. They saw him out back behind his house, scurrying out towards the field. And they swear they heard some yelling out there. But when they went to investigate, they couldn't find him. They went and looked at the house, and he wasn't in the house. Those people decided that they didn't want anything else to do with this job, and then they gave me back my down payment, and they left.
Well, yeah, that's honorable of them. A lot of people, especially from where I'm from, would have just taken that and hightailed it out of there.
Yeah, well, needless to say, I got this right here for you. And he takes out a nice little pouch full of gold, sets it down on the table.
Tell you what.
And he's like, now this right here is the aforementioned down payment. You get this now, and then you come back to me with success of your operation. You'll get the rest of it. And there's twice as much as you see right there waiting for you.
How about you hold on to that? Because I'm so confident in my skills. I wouldn't want you to think I was going to hightail it out of here and nothing like that with your down payment. But you throw in a night's stay here when I get done. When I come back. Full payment and a night's stay.
Well, I reckon that's a good deal. And I'll probably tell you there's some people out here that will probably want to throw a little party for you if you actually succeed. So you'll get a night's stay and a full belly and probably some drink.
Well, and he kind of pushes his hair off to the side a little bit. Just, I can't say that. Doesn't sound mighty pleasurable to me. It's a deal.
All right. Well, here's a map. He slides it across the table. And you can see that it's basically out through the fields, out to the countryside, along the village. Doesn't look like it's that far. Probably take you maybe an hour or two to walk there.
Okay.
Well, here you go. And I wish you luck. And I do hope I see you soon.
Oh, you will. I got a pretty good feeling about this one. See you tonight.
All right. So as you turn to walk away, you hear him. He's like, oh, hold on. He reaches back in. You hear his drawer open. And he's like, wait, one more thing. And he reaches in and he throws you a bottle straight across. You grab it. And it's a nice little bottle with some nice red liquid in the bottom of it. Looks curiously like a health potion.
Does it? Is it a health potion?
It is.
Okay.
So you can add a health potion to your inventory.
Well, thank you kindly.
Hopefully you won't need that. But I have a feeling you might. And you walk out of the church.
Okay.
So, like I said, it would take you about an hour straight walking.
Head straight there. Yep. I don't want to be too late. No, it's already getting kind of cloudy and everything. So
yeah.
I don't want to deal with the darkness if I don't have to.
Okay. So as you walk through the countryside, you can see it's pretty barren. There's a couple of farms out here, people growing things like corn or wheat. And you come across a place of land that looks like desolate. So when you start to get closer, you notice that the crops out here aren't growing. Even the grass on the dirt out here is just dead. It starts to get like sandy. And as you're kind of approaching, the cloud cover starts to come in, and it looks like it's going to rain pretty soon. And you start to feel a couple of droplets hit the top of your head.
Okay.
And off in the distance, you can see a small little quaint looking country house, like the silhouette of it against the darkened sky.
Based on the map and such, though, I assume this is my
that's the
my
place.
Target. All right, I start trying to like double, speed up a little bit. Obviously I'm not afraid to get wet, but if I can avoid it.
Okay. Yep. And as you get closer, the rain starts to come in a little bit more, and now it's just lightly piddling down on you. Yep.
And this is exactly where I wear the leather pants and boots, because all this muck would be hard to get off of a cloth set of drawers.
Yeah. So as you roll up to this house, you can see it's just kind of out in the middle of a dead field. There's nothing living out here. There's a skeleton of an old tree in the back.
Do I have any sense of what's going on here? Does it seem like all the nutrients are missing from the land around this house?
It looks like nothing has grown in this ground for years.
Purposefully? Like it's being killed, or it's like
just don't think it could. You don't think it could. You kick at the ground a little bit. Give me a presence roll, or not a presence. Give me an instinct.
Instinct. Yeah. All right, that's a +1 for me. That is going to be a 15 with hope.
With hope. Okay, go ahead and get your hope. 15 is pretty good.
Actually, sorry, 16 with the plus.
Looking at this, you think that you kind of kick the dirt up a little bit and you kind of turn it over with your the heel of your boot.
Mm-hmm.
And this dirt looks inhospitable. Like there's no nutrient left in this dirt at all. Even if it rained for weeks straight and got nice sunlight after that, you don't think it's going to take a lot to bring this land back from where it was. And also on that 16, this house looks like nobody lives in it. Because you're close to it now.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of old and shuttered.
So with all the dried up dirt and stuff, I assume when wind comes through, it's blowing around like the porch and stuff. Is there a porch?
Yeah, there's a porch, yeah.
Is it just covered in like a layer of dirt?
Yep. Everything kind of looks a little bit dusty.
Footprints, door, pattern of it opening, anything like that?
You'd have to get up onto the house to actually see that.
Okay, sorry, I thought I was up on the porch.
Yeah, no, you're about 20 feet away from the house at this point.
So I'm gonna go ahead and head up.
Okay, so you walk up and you're standing on the front porch now, looking around. There's a decent amount of dirt here. You do see there's some marks on the door and on the porch, like somebody's been up here recently.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell.
But it's kind of hard to tell if it
could have been someone checking it out.
Yep, could have been somebody checking it out. But it does look like, there's not like it doesn't look like there hasn't been signs of activity here. Yeah.
Okay, so at least no one has tried to hide the fact that people were coming here, which is good. Okay. So
you're standing on the front porch right now.
Standing on the front porch. I'll go ahead and give the common courtesy of giving a knock because I'm not sure. There's a chance maybe this Alan is just misunderstood.
Okay.
And this is all just a farce. Go ahead and
So as you knock, the door is not like open, right? So it's not like opening when you knock or anything like that, but you can kind of hear like this, the knock echo through the house.
Yep. And I want to listen in to see if I hear any kind of movement or anything like that. Or if the house has kind of that like dead and hollow like sound like an old house might have.
Yeah. So what you hear back is just an echo of that sound kind of going through the entire house. And then you listen real close and kind of all you hear in the background is the light rain on a tin roof. And like kind of just like an echo.
Okay. No response?
No response.
Coming in.
No response. Door is completely unlocked.
Completely unlocked?
Completely unlocked. So you slide that door open, and what you're kind of greeted with is a house that looks old and unused. There's cobwebs everywhere. There's a couple of lanterns hanging on the walls that look like they haven't been opened to be lit in forever. Like it doesn't look like they've been touched. There's dust on almost everything. The side tables. It's not abandoned. Like there's stuff in this house, but it doesn't look like any of that stuff has been touched.
Interesting.
And you are kind of just looking in through the front door right now. Or are you stepping in?
I'm gonna go ahead and step in.
Okay.
I'm step in. I see the lantern. Well, I guess go ahead and tell me what happens to me when I step in.
So you step in, and the floorboards creak just a little bit.
Sure.
But they don't give way.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear a creak. And you kind of step into this darker house because obviously, it's like I said, it's overcast outside. So even though it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it may as well be closer to 7 or 8 as far as light is considered. It's quite dark in here. But what you can see as your eyes start to adjust is dust on everything.
Okay. I want to go ahead and use tinderbox, and I want to light up one of these lanterns. Is it removable?
Yeah, it's removable.
Bring it with me.
Yeah.
All right, I want to go and light one if it's possible.
Okay. So you reach up. There does appear to be some oil in this lantern.
Okay.
So you no check required. You light that up, and a soft orange glow kind of fills the entryway that you're in, and kind of gives you a little bit more view now. So having lit that lantern, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. You do see marks on the floor through the dust, kind of like going to different rooms of the house.
Okay. Do they look like boot prints, footprints, or like something was dragged?
They look like something was dragged, and they look like it's kind of hard for you to tell. Actually, I'm gonna make you do me another instinct roll here.
Okay.
If you want to look at see what these are, what kind of marks these are.
All right, let me check. If anyone that's a video watcher sees me looking at my phone a lot, it's because I have all my domain cards.
All those domain cards over there
are mobile currently. All right. So because of my underborn community,
okay.
When I'm in low light settings, I have advantage on rolls to hide, investigate, or perceiving details within an area.
Oh, I love it.
Would you agree?
I love it. I agree. Yes.
All right. And then I get my D6 for my advantage. And you said this is another instinct?
Yeah.
Okay. That was much worse. That was it's only a 12, and that's with fear.
Oh, that's with fear. Okay. So on a 12 with fear, you get down and you look, and you do see that some of these marks appear to be like what looks like something was drugged.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you can see them kind of moving forward through the house. You can see them moving left and right. Now, the ones that you see moving forward through the house, you look at them a little bit closer, and they appear to be handprints, as well as what looks like could be footprints, but they're not a full foot. You know what I mean? That's like you see like toes almost.
Like someone's on all fours.
Like someone might be on all fours.
Interesting.
And those are heading straight forward through the house.
At that, I am startled a little bit. I expected this to be a much more like reasonable mission where, maybe, you go
a nice gentleman.
Yes, I go into these things, and sometimes it's just like the local weirdo is, people make stories and tales and stuff. But
I did say Alan was a weird dude.
Yes, of course. And but at this, I do start to. I think maybe there is more to this. So I'm go ahead and I have my lantern in my hand with my my left hand with my shield and such at the ready, and then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of have the other over the axe ready to like pull it off of its quick release at any moment. But I'm just kind of cautiously walking, almost like a cowboy ready to like pull out their 6-shooter. I'm just ready at any moment, but I'm gonna follow those foot handprints.
You're gonna follow those foot handprints. So as you walk forward, the floorboards creak a little bit, and you move quietly through this house. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you're trying to be quiet.
I'm trying to be quiet now.
Trying to be quiet.
I have made myself known, so I wouldn't be shocked if something knew I was here. But he did mention there's tunnels. So at this point, maybe if something didn't notice me, I don't want to draw attention to myself now.
Yeah. So as you're creeping through here, you're very aware of the creaks of the floorboards that you hear. And you're walking through this entryway, you're looking down, you're keeping an eye on these tracks as you're moving.
Mm-hmm.
And you go past a closed door. There's an end table with a pile of flowers that long died, covered in cobwebs on your left-hand side. You notice a couple more lanterns, and then you take a step, and then suddenly you feel like the floorboards here don't feel quite the same. And when you take that step, you hear a little click sound.
Okay. Like there's a pressure plate underneath the board, or like a board's about to give way?
Like it doesn't sound like a board sound, but you do hear something. You hear like, it sounds like the tink of metal.
Okay. My immediate assumption is that I have stepped and activated some sort of trap. And if either A, something is about to happen now, or B, the moment I step away, something's going to happen. I get low without moving my feet. Does anything immediately happen?
So you get low?
Yes.
Are you still holding your lantern?
Yes.
Okay. So as soon as you move and you shift your weight down, I'm going to need an agility roll from you.
Easy. Oh, I have a plus to that. It's a +1. Could be better. That is a 14 with fear.
That is a 14 with fear.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's not going to do it.
That's what I was worried about.
On a 14 with fear, you crouch down.
Yeah.
Ready to kind of spring into action.
Mm-hmm.
And an action happens, just not what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly you now hear like another clink of metal. Mm-hmm. And then you hear wood scrape, and all of the world falls out from underneath you.
Nice.
The boards just kind of fall away, and you realize that you are, for a second, Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Standing in midair, and you are going straight down.
Okay.
And you're falling down. This drop is probably about 20 feet. You slam onto the ground, and as soon as you hit that ground, you feel sharp pain. And glance over and you look, and through your shoulder there is what looks like the tine of a pitchfork jutting out from your shoulder.
Ow. Okay. I'm waiting on you to tell me how many hit points I'm losing.
And you take 1.
God, okay. All right. Fair enough. Benevolent DM. Oh God, dang it. Ugh. I should have weaved instead of bobbed.
Now, I want you to roll me your fear and your hope die here.
Okay.
No modifiers. No modifiers. Don't really care about what the hope or the fear is on this.
Okay.
I'm just looking for a specific number.
This is a total.
So I just want your total here.
It was good for a second and then it wasn't. 11.
An 11.
Yes.
Okay. So 11 is good enough.
Enough.
Yeah, it's
That's
good
positive.
enough. Yes, because you needed a 10. As you're here, there's kind of like a flicker of light that allows you to see this tine coming through, and you can see like the shuddering or a sputtering flame kind of lighting dancing off the walls around you from your lantern that you dropped.
Yeah,
but it still is giving off light right now.
Okay.
And this area that you're in, this room, as you're laying on your back and you look around, appears to be like a dome shape, and you can see a hole directly above you that you fell out of.
I'm assuming that's where I was.
That's where you were. And you're
Is
looking
anything
up
peering
into
down
the
at
house. You don't see anything peering up.
Okay.
And as you listen, you don't hear anything down here at all. It just sounds dead silent.
Okay. Well, at that, I do wait. I wait a second. I listen in, and then I'm going to slowly try to pull myself off of this pitchfork. And remove my shoulder.
You remove your shoulder from this pitchfork. Nice little run of blood goes down your once beautiful white flowy shirt.
Yeah, already.
Pain stinging in your side.
Getting stained.
Is it your right side that you hit? Tell me.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Okay, it's your right side.
Yeah, because I was holding the lantern to my left. So in an effort to protect it, I would have turned to the right in that last moment.
Okay. So as you stand up, you can kind of see it's very dark in here, but thankfully not too dark because you do have your lantern. It's sitting on the ground next to you, and you can kind of see all around you is all a matter of like farm equipment. Like they look like forks. Some of them are just carved pieces of wood, sticks. There's pieces of metal coming up. Just sharp implements everywhere, just designed to impale you upon impact.
Okay.
And you were lucky
placed?
enough. Yes, purposely placed. You were lucky enough to only take one to the shoulder when some of these would have killed you instantly as you look around.
Great. That would have been a nice short game. All right. From here, is it like do I look around? Is there a tunnel in one specific direction, or am I in like a whole other?
It's kind of hard to see because right now the light's just kind of dancing off everything. Your lantern's
so I
still
go
on
and
the ground.
I pick up the lantern and I just give like a spin.
So you pick up the lantern, and as soon as you do, and you kind of spin around the room, you look over very close to where you are right now, and you see the body of a man.
Okay.
That is not giving off any smell.
No smell.
Yeah, but you could see a hunched over figure that looks like he may have succumbed to some injuries and then just kind of slumped over on the ground. You don't see any other bodies down here though. And as you kind of glance around, you look like you're just in just something dug straight out of the earth. And you see all these implements in the ground around you, and then somewhere not too far from you, about 5 feet away, you can see a hole in the ground that appears to go down. It's dark.
Okay.
And then you glance around the room and you see two other holes, one on one side of the room and another on the other side of the room. And then you see the one above that looks just out of reach, like you're not going to be able to get to it.
20 feet up's going a bit, yeah.
Yeah. So you're close to the one in the ground. You're about 20 feet away from the one on the side wall, and probably about 15 from the other one that's like right behind you.
Okay. So first I want to unhook my axe, and I want to put it underneath the chin of this body.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to kind of nudge it a bit and be like, all right, wake up. Get up.
Oh, it's a mummified remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been down here for a long time.
No smell, because completely
No
decomposed.
smell.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to go and check around it, and does it have any kind of pocket or anything like that from clothing it might be wearing?
As you look through, you realize that he's just wearing clothing. Anything of value looks like it's been stripped.
It's already been taken.
Already been taken, yeah.
Okay. All right. I need to remember this was here, just in case it can be identified by the townspeople. So, all right. And then now I've got 3 holes that I see. First one, and then on the other side, a couple others. I peer down on the first one because it's the closest to me.
The one on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it kind of goes down and curves off a little bit.
Curves off.
Yeah, so you can't see the end of that
Do
one.
I have an estimate of how far down it goes before it curves?
It's hard to tell, but it doesn't look super deep. Like it's not that deep. Like you think if you crawled down there, like it's big enough for you to move through 100%.
But I wouldn't.
Like,
it's not a 20-foot fall.
But it's not a 20-foot fall.
Okay.
No, yeah, you can see that there's kind of like a way to go if you wanted to go that way. You're not going to fall down that hole. It's kind of like a nice, decent slope.
Okay. And then avoiding that, giving them a little bit of a berth just in case there's any kind of pitfalls or anything. And I'm being very purposeful with my foot placement before I step forward again.
Sure.
I want to investigate the other 2 entrances and see if I notice anything in either of them.
Okay.
Any sounds, any scents. At this point, I'm trying to go full Underdark, my time spent underground and in use of these low light conditions.
The use of the low lights.
And okay. I am I'm giving a very big big sniff and opening my ears and just trying to see if I sense anything in any of these entrances.
Okay. So the first one that you go to is probably the one that was a little bit closer to you and closer to the hole.
Right.
And as you peer through that one, you can see out. It looks like it's been carved out like a nice square, and you can see that it goes to a blank wall that you can see from here, and then what looks like a drop off.
Okay.
Do you go in to inspect that, or just leave it at that? And then
leave it at that for now. I'm gonna go
so you walk over to the other hole and you look through there, and as you look through there, you can see it's a very short passageway, and it kind of opens up into what looks like a room. You pull your lantern up and you light it into the room, and you can see like glints coming off, like the lights reflecting off of something in there, like on the walls.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard to see what it is. You just kind of see light reflecting and pinpoints back at you.
Okay. So at that, I'm going to go ahead and step into this third one. Carefully looking around, but I want to see what my light's picking up.
The one that you went into?
Yes.
Okay. So you crawl into this room, and as you kind of come out of this, you kind of do have to kind of get down a little bit on all fours to crawl through, and you put your lantern forward, and you still see this glinting coming. And as you come out, you can see that there's a little bit of a drop, like maybe 3 feet or so from the side of the wall from the hole that you're into the room. And as you look into the room, you haven't dropped in yet, but as you look into the room, you can see that there's things just hanging on all the walls. That all look metallic.
Metallic.
Yeah.
Okay. Like potentially weaponry, or
no, you're probably gonna have to go in to really get a better look at.
If I go in, do I feel like I'm gonna have trouble getting out?
No, you can see that it's not a far drop at all. Yeah.
So now the debate is this a mechanism that's going to fill me with holes if I go into it with those metallic looking things, or is this something I can investigate? Peering around, do I see anything else of value in the room or other directions I could go, or is it just a room with
you see an open
spot
spot in the sparkles, like where it's dark? Probably another passage, you would think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna risk it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
So you hop down into the room.
Go and hop in, yep.
And as you hop down in, you realize it's not that big of a room, and you look around and you start to inspect everything that's given all these shinies, and you realize that it is a myriad of crosses, hundreds of crosses you couldn't even count. There's just so many of them. Every surface of this room is covered in crosses. And you remember back to not seeing any religious iconography on that church when you were back in town. You wonder if there's any religious iconography anywhere in that village, if this could be where it's all at. But it is completely covered. This entire room is just covered in crosses. And there's one dark spot you can see that looks like a door almost, but there's like an archway, but there's no actual door there that's not covered in crosses. Even the floor is covered in crosses here. Some of them have little ornate jewels on them that were probably throwing light back at you.
Okay. Is everything seem very purposefully put, or that everything...
If you were collecting crosses,
yes,
and you had a room that you were just going to put them, this would be what it would look like.
Okay, interesting. Interesting they didn't mention that like someone was going around stealing crosses. Like it seems like it's been going on a while. At this point, I mean, I'd be a fool to bring a cross into the town. Now I do want to go ahead and pocket one of these.
Okay.
I want to go ahead and I want to go and pocket one just in case.
It's just basically pushed into the dirt, so you kind of have to dig around it with your fingernail a little bit, but it pops right out, leaves a impression in the wall where it once was, and you have a little cross now.
I'll just pocket one,
put it
just in case I need it later.
Yep. Now you see that archway there in the place you just came from. Where are you going to go?
I'm going to check out the archway.
Okay.
Of course.
So you walk through this archway, and it's bigger now. Like this is something that like looks like would be a door in a house almost, and you can see some stairs in front of you that go downwards. And hanging in the middle of this room as you walk in, you can see it before you even step on the stairway, is a gibbet hanging from the ceiling.
Okay.
You know what a gibbet is?
No idea.
Okay, so a gibbet is the cage, like a hanging cage that somebody would be inside of.
Okay.
So you can see it hanging there. And it looks like something broke out of this gibbet. Like it's empty, but the bars are pushed back like something forced its way out.
Gotcha.
And it's just kind of hanging from the ceiling right there.
So perhaps someone was contained and then they escaped.
Yeah.
No sign of injury or a landing below it or anything like that?
Okay. Yeah, you're just standing at the top of some stairs. And then you're kind of just like looking around the room right now.
All right. At that, I guess I will start to move down the stairs.
So you start to move down the stairs, and they look like they go directly to the corner of the room. And it looks like there's a hole down in the corner of this room.
Of course there is, yes.
Yeah, that the stairs kind of like end at. And you can get off the stairs at this point. There's like a floor there, obviously.
Sure.
And you can see that the stairs kind of go towards it. And for all other intents and purposes, the room looks kind of empty other than that hole in the corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to approach the hole and peer inside.
Okay. So you approach the hole and you go to peer inside. And as you do that, I'm going to spend myself a fear here.
Yep.
And there is a sudden sound that you hear that sounds like dirt kind of moving across.
Is it coming from behind me, where I came from the stairs, or in front of me?
It's coming from above you. And just as you hear this, you glance up and you hold your lantern up high. And what you see is a man attached to the ceiling.
Okay.
Like a spider. He's like clinging to the dirt. And as you look up, a few clumps kind of like fall down and dust falls down. And you can see he's just staring at you upside down with his head cocked to the side. And the firelight kind of catches in his eye. And what you see here is a man who looks young. He's probably like 25, 26 maybe. Scraggly long hair, long beard. He looks like he's wearing like dark brown tattered like tunic kind of clothing, nothing like regal, nothing clean, looks stained everywhere. And he appears to be holding something in one of his hands flat against the wall. And when you look at it, it looks like a spear. Not a long spear, but like a short little spear. And just then, Alan falls down from the roof next to you. And before you have a time to even react, he comes up at you with this spear and he attempts to stab you with it.
Sure.
So he is now going to roll to hit you.
I was going to ask him and see if he was Alan, but it is Alan.
Ooh. Does a 17 hit you?
Easily.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not even close. Yeah, you hit me. You hit me to death.
All right. All right. So that is an 8 for damage.
8 for damage would hit is just my major. Crap. Do I have anything to bring that lower in there? No, I am going to go ahead and burn an armor slot, though.
Okay.
To drop that to a minor.
Okay.
So you come in, and so I'm going to go and mark off my hit point here. you come in with that attack, and I'm gonna try to pull up my shield in between us. And of course, I'm not able to deflect all of it at once. It's too quick an attack, and it just slides over and cuts through the top of my left shoulder.
Okay. So as you do that, the only thing that this man does is he just snickers at you, like this is a game for him, and you just hear him, and he stabs you. And I need you to roll a d6.
A d6?
Yeah.
Oh no. That's a 4.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So as this pierces you, you feel like a slight burning sensation, but no other effect. Like everything, it cuts you deep, and it's very sharp.
Okay.
You can feel it's incredibly sharp. And like I said, he's just kind of now down on the ground. He's not standing up, so to speak. He's very hunched over.
Yeah.
And then looking at this man, like you say, he's dirty. He's holding a spear. You can see he's got something else kind of like on his waist belt, and he's just kind of like swaying around in front of you. Very like inhuman looking. Like his motions just seem weird and kind of ethereal.
Yeah. All right. At that, he's come in, he's hit me with this. I want to go ahead and fully release my axe, pull it up, and I want to slide it across my left hand over the top of my hand.
What are you doing?
And I'm going to take a mark a hit point for this.
Okay.
And the blood spatters out and congeals across the weapon, and the blue glow glows to a red glow. And then I want to, as I cast a Crimson Rite on my axe.
Are you playing playtest material, sir?
You didn't tell me no. And I want to come down.
I like it.
I want to attempt to come down on Alan.
Okay.
With this axe.
Go ahead and hit me. Or try.
I will try. That's with fear, which is a problem. Oh, wait. For some reason, I had this. Okay. So, 19, it's still with fear. Plus 2. That would be, math is hard, everyone. This is a 21 with fear.
Oh, God. Yes, that hits. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that, I'm going to need my D6 for my Crimson Rite. And then I need D8 for the weapon. Okay. 6, 9. That is 10 points of magic damage.
10 points of magic damage.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So you do this Crimson Rite with your blade. You swing it at him. He's fast, but he's not too fast, apparently. And you catch him, and he kind of like goes to slide backwards out of your way. And he poofs up a little bit, and he kind of like leans back. And as you do, you kind of like slice through his chest, and you can see it cut through his shirt, what's left of his shirt. And he does so. You kind of like see him like spin off to the left into the darkness. And as he does, he just kind of squeeze a little bit. You kind of hear him go, yay! Off into the side.
Yeah.
And you brace yourself for an impact. Like you think he's going to come back at you. And nothing comes.
Okay. I shift the weight in like a defensive stance, and I just kind of peer in the darkness with the lantern axe in front of it. And I'm waiting for that moment, and still nothing comes.
So yes, you brace yourself, you spin around, and the room is empty. You don't see him.
Okay. I want to open up my awareness with my enhanced hearing and smell, and I want to see if I can sniff him out, or hear him like digging in the walls or anything like that.
Okay. So you smell Alan. You smell somebody who hasn't bathed in you don't know how long. Everywhere. Like it's the entire room. Yes. Every surface in this room smells like
I try to narrow it down to the scent of my own blood on his spear.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so this is I'm gonna need a roll for you for this one.
What do you want?
This is going to give me an instinct.
Instinct.
Because I want you to sense this.
Ah, shiznit. That's very bad. What's with hope though? 5 11 plus 12 with hope.
Okay. So it's kind of overwhelming, the smell of this man everywhere. The sound, there's nothing.
Okay.
But smell, you definitely smelled it stronger when he was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And now I will give you that you don't think he's in this room anymore at all.
Okay. So he's left this encounter.
If he was in this room, you would smell what you smelled before.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not feel like that.
Okay. At that, I'm wondering if maybe I was getting... At this point, I feel like trying to backtrack would just be a cat and mouse game back and forth, and I'm in his territory. So perhaps if I keep pushing farther, maybe I was getting something he didn't want me to see, which is why he attacked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to push on.
Okay. And as you push on, I am going to go ahead and spend a fear. And that is all.
Cool. Love that. Yeah, so I as you spend a fear, I would like to go ahead and drink a health potion at this in between.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and pop the top.
You'll pop
and
the top
roll a
and
D4.
drink it.
That is a 4.
That looked good.
So that puts me back to
full health.
Marked. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
So then I continue on.
All right. So you're going to go down the hole that you saw?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, at the end of the stairs, right?
Yeah, at the end of the stairs. Yeah. So down here, you can see it's a bit more of a drop here. It's not as short as the one into the cross room. So you're looking at probably like 6.5 feet or so. You think you could probably get back up with a little bit of scrambling though.
Okay.
And you're not going to hurt yourself jumping down there.
Good. Question to you, GM.
Yeah.
So as someone who hunts beasts and has expertise in this, nothing about his appearance told me he was either a supernatural creature of any kind or had been influenced by any kind of supernatural creature or curse or anything like that, right?
Give me a knowledge.
Okay. Would I add my Hunter's Bane advantage to track or recall info on dangerous supernatural creatures to this?
Yes, I would give you that.
Okay. And then knowledge, which is a 0. That would be a... Okay. Oh, that was this, which is with fear. 20 with fear.
With fear. This is a man. There's nothing monstrous about this fellow other than he just seems like he is well adapted to the environment that he is in.
But he's hanging upside down in dirt.
But
so.
you get man off of him.
Okay.
You don't get anything
kind of
monstrous. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Enjoy your fear.
All right, I will. So as you come into this room, you drop down, like I said, about 7 feet.
Yeah.
This room looks relatively empty. You can see above you a hole in the ceiling.
Holes everywhere.
Yes.
Trypophobia nightmare.
This one goes up, and as you're looking at it, you can see like water dripping down from here.
Okay. Fresh.
Yeah. Looks like fresh water dripping down from here.
So maybe the rainwater from the storm is starting to filter down.
And as you follow those drops down, you look down into the ground and you can see that there is an opening in the ground here. Not big enough for you to fit through, but big enough to look through, and the water's going through it. The room otherwise looks relatively barren, but you can kind of see that you see the water dripping down, and you can see like a dark crack in the ground over there.
Okay. Does it seem like it was purposely set up for water to pass through it, or that it's been naturally like eroded as waters have dripped here?
You'd have to go look at it.
All right. Well, without getting too close of my lantern, because I don't want it to be extinguished, if I want to get close enough to perceive.
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of walking over there then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So as you're walking over there, I am going to need you to make me a, let's call it a finesse.
Finesse. Oh, we got to zero that too. Okay. Whoop. That is it's only a 12 with hope.
Okay. So a 12, as you're kind of like moving your footwork over here, you're trying to get close to it, being mindful of pit traps because, you know, you fell into one of those already. Yes. You don't find a pit trap. But what you do find is a bear trap.
That's worse. Potentially. Well, it all depends.
So I need you to roll me a D6 right now.
D6. 1.
That is a 1.
Yes.
Okay. So on a 1, this thing clamps down hard.
Okay.
And I need you to take a 1 hit point.
I would rather not, but I guess I will. If you must request that of me.
And then I'll give you the option here. You can either succumb to the pain and yell out, or you can give me, we'll call it a presence to see if you can hold this in and not alert anyone of your location right now.
It's a -1. Is there a negative to me making this roll other than maybe giving you fear?
I mean, we don't really know.
I mean, you know. You can just tell me right now.
You could be quiet and you can hold it in.
Yeah.
Or you can let out that pain.
I feel like at this point, this person already knows where I am regardless. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna let it out.
You let it out.
Yeah,
so you let out a yelp. It's not
healthy to hold it in.
Okay. All right. And at that, I'm gonna go ahead and spend the fear that you gave me before.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So you reach down and
I want to try to get this off.
You get this off of you, so you pull it off. It's not a very well made trap. It's good enough.
I mean, it was good enough
to hurt you, but it's not super strong so much that you can't rip it off. So you rip it off of your foot and toss it off to the side, and you take a quick glance around. And it doesn't look like there's another one near you.
But I didn't see this one either. So.
You are relatively close to the crack in the floor now.
Yeah,
but you don't hear anything as you
hope
listen.
This is worth it.
Yeah.
So. Water, man-made design.
So you look down and you can see that the water has kind of just been eroding away at the center part of the floor for a while every time that it rains.
Okay.
And you look down through there and you can see another room, and you do see down there a flash of light, bright light.
Oh, like light created.
Yes.
Flame or something.
Bright light.
Interesting. Does it flicker?
It looks like it's on a rotation, like a bright light, dark light, bright light, dark light.
Dark light.
Dark light, bright light, darkness.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And as you look through, you can see it. You can see it lighting up the other side of the room, and there's like every time that it hits, it's like so bright for a second. It's like hard for your eyes to adjust to this almost because it is so bright.
And this obviously, I don't feel like I could dig through this little hole, or this is just barely an opening. So I need to find a way down.
You could probably get through here if you put some work into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't bring a shovel. So
I mean, with your axe.
It's not special. It's not meant for that. So, I mean, how deep is it?
It's probably like maybe a 10-foot drop.
No, I mean, like how much? What would I be digging through?
Oh, it's just dirt. It's just like dirt.
We're talking like an inch.
Oh, it's deeper than an inch. It's probably like maybe like it looks like a foot of dirt or so.
But down.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to find a path down. If there's a room, there should be a path to get down there. This mole man probably has dug paths, if nothing else.
So you look around and
any descending stairwells?
There's nothing in this room.
Really?
You see the hole that you came through, and you see the hole directly above you in this crack in the floor.
Huh. I don't like that at all. Okay. No shovels in the room?
No shovels in the room.
I don't like this situation you've put me in, Richard Cullen. Yeah, I guess for the sake of gameplay,
I mean, you can always backtrack.
No, I refuse.
Okay.
Never go back.
Never go back? Okay.
I'm going to attempt to loosen some dirt. Maybe at a certain point with gravity, once I've gotten deep enough, it'll just fall.
All right. So that'll be a strength roll that I need from you here.
Easy peasy. Oh, that was so close to being really good.
Oh.
but 23 with fear.
23 with fear.
Yes.
Okay. So you start wailing on this crack with your hammer.
You remember before I don't have a hammer, I have an axe.
Or with your axe.
Remember before this started and you were like, I'm not going to fill up on fear. And I'm like, we'll see.
No, I've been spending fear though. So
I know, and I'm going to keep,
okay.
every time you spend it, I'm going to give you some more. Don't worry.
So yeah, you start wailing on this crack with your axe and you're pushing through. You're every time you hit it, like chunks of dirt are falling down in here.
Yeah.
And then you're hitting and you're hitting and you're hitting. And then it comes to you that like how thick could this dirt actually be as you make one final swing down and you do. And all of a sudden the ground underneath you completely gives way.
I did it.
And you fall through this room down into this other room. Yeah. And you land on the ground next to this blinding light source. You look up and it hits you in the eyes and like it's like absolutely blinding for a half a second. And then it's gone back to darkness again. And it's just right next to you. You see this contraption like sitting next to you.
Is it a lighthouse?
So you take a look at it, and it appears to be a fully functioning like lighthouse mirror lamp,
but underground,
fully functioning. Okay. That is just turning in this room.
Can I discern any kind of purpose?
So you look around, and all you see in this room is a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
A dark hole in the ground. Behind the lamp, you see another hole, like a carved out space that goes into another room.
Okay.
And on the other side of the hole in the ground, you see what appears to be an ornate, like display of armor, gold armor.
That feels like a trap. That feels like so much of a trap.
And the light, when it hits it, is just like blinding for a half a second.
Yeah.
As it spins around to illuminate the other room. And then the hole in the ground. And then it just kind of like is rotating around the room. So you see the flash of the gold armor man. And then you see the hole in the ground. And then you see a hole in the side of the wall. And then everything is on repeat again as this lighthouse is just rotating.
Does it seem like it's just armor or that there's somebody in the armor?
It just looks like gold armor that is incredibly bright every time the light hits it.
Huh. Is there, am I able to... Ooh. Okay. Does it seem like there's any way to stop the rotation of this light? Either like physically or like a switch or something like that? Any kind of controls? Or is it just gonna spin forever?
I mean, like you could physically stop it. It looks like it's encased in like a welded structure with like glass all the way around it. It's like a fully functioning mirror lamp, like you would see in the middle of a lighthouse top. So yeah, I mean, you could reach in there and stop it if you wanted to. You could even break the lantern if you wanted to.
Yeah, I was hoping to be able to like maybe slow it down and then like move it to like manually point it in certain directions. But I also don't want to like burn myself on any kind of metal surface that is potentially extremely hot. Also intrigued, this is an arcane sort of like energy source that's putting off this light.
You're not sure.
Do we have, as Thomas said, do we have electricity at this point? Or
there's no electricity per se, but there is magic.
Yeah. So, okay. So it's some sort of magical light probably. Is it giving off a heat? It's
giving off a lot of heat, yeah.
It is,
it's
okay.
warm.
So I don't want to touch the
this
metal.
Light source is hot.
And there's no control outside of the unit.
Yeah. Not that you can see.
Okay. All right. Dang it. You fumbled my plans. And I'm too cautious to try to do them anyway. The golden armor worries me. I have heard tales, of course, and actually dealt with some animated armor sets before and stuff. So this could be potentially a new foe. But there are a couple other holes and stuff that go to other areas too. I wish to... What hole is the farthest from that armor?
The hole in the wall.
So I want to approach...
And then there's one in the ground as well.
I want to go ahead and approach the hole in the wall.
Okay.
mindful. Every now and then, I want to look back and see if I notice any kind of changes in the stance of the armor.
Okay. The armor doesn't appear to be moving.
Good. Excellent. Best case scenario.
You approach the hole in the wall, and as you get towards the hole in the wall, you start to kind of hear like a low humming sound coming from there.
Okay. Using my supernatural hearing, do I pick up anything specific?
I like that. Yes. This sounds like the hum of insects.
Gotta love subterranean insects.
Yes.
Okay, like flying insects?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear the hum of insects.
All right.
Do you continue to go through the hole?
Insects worries me because mosquitoes. As a native Floridian, I know how bad they are above the ground. Oh man. They could also be feasting upon the corpses of something. They could be flies.
It could be.
I don't like that at all. The ones that drop straight down worry me so much. The hole to the floor that goes through the ground.
Yeah.
Do I notice anything from where? If I head to it.
If you head to it? No, it just kind of looks like almost a zigzag pattern. It's not a straight drop. Like you feel like you could kind of like climb down this pretty easily.
Yeah. Those kind of holes worry me because that feels like Alan's main territory. And, I'd be crawling, right? Like I wouldn't be standing and walking.
No, you'd kind of be like sliding down it. Yeah.
I don't know what that does for my ability to defend myself. If he shows up, I feel like I'm going to go ahead and head to the sound. I'm wondering if I'm going to find some of the missing people.
Okay. So as you crawl through this tunnel, you kind of start to move in, and the humming gets louder.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're kind of inching along.
Wait, do I start to pick up the scent?
No,
of
not like a strong scent.
Or anything?
No,
okay.
No.
Good. That's good.
But you start to hear crunching noises, and you're walking on glass. And you look down, and there is shards of glass all over the floor here. And as you walk, you look over and you start to see nests that look like wasp nests, that's paper wasps.
Worst case scenario.
And as you're walking, the sound intensifies in here. And as your light fills the room, you look around and you see the reflections of glass and what look like gray wasp nests all over the entire room.
Yeah.
And then you see what appears to be a hole going up in the roof of this room.
I don't like this at all. This was worse than I expected. Glass. Where's the glass from?
There's just glass.
So confused.
Glass shards everywhere and nests.
I'm going to... I don't have any kind of fire magic at my disposal or nothing like that.
No.
And I don't wish to use my lantern for a one and done Hail Mary. So I'm going to attempt to slowly back up the way I came from.
So you're not going to continue on in this room?
I'd prefer not to.
All right.
Yeah.
So you back out of this room.
It sounds scary.
You're back into the lighthouse room.
Okay.
The gold shine off the armor.
I haven't been assaulted by a wasp yet.
Gold shine off the armor and darkness. Well, you didn't go into the room proper.
So my options in here would be to either backtrack, check out the gold armor, or to go down this scary hole.
Yeah.
Not the wasp hole, the other hole. Wasp hole, we'll just nix that one entirely right now.
No wasp hole.
I'm waiting on us to finish this at some point, and you'd be like, that gold armor was a one and done instant win. And I'm gonna be like, God. I'm gonna go to the scary slide.
Okay. So as you approach the scary slide, the lighthouse ticks around the room in rotations, and every time it hits the armor, it's just super blindingly bright.
Sure.
You get over next to the hole, and the light hits the armor. And this time, when that light hits the armor, you catch a whiff of Alan, scent strong.
By the armor or at the armor?
And suddenly you hear, before you see, again, Alan's laugh as he rains down from the roof upon top of you, laughing.
That's when it hit the armor.
And he hits you with his spear.
Does
as he laughs.
Does he hit me with his spear?
He does not.
Are you sure? I don't have high evasion.
No, it's a... Oh, actually, I don't know what your evasion is. Does a 7 hit you?
Whoo, no.
Okay.
I have an 8.
Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, with a 7, Alan lands next to you in the dirt. The spear jutted straight down in the dirt. Like you caught that smell just in time.
I caught just enough of him and my own blood coming at me.
To like switch to the side, yes.
Just barely.
And he lands on the ground next to you, spear in the ground.
Yep. And at that, I don't want to waste any time. I want to go ahead and I'm going to do a 2-step process here, Mr. Richard. I'm going to spend 3 hope.
Oh.
And I that area on my hand where the blood I had previously cut, the wound reopens into a eye. And you see this like just blood-curdled eye appear in my hand. I pull it up in front of me, and as I do, my own eyes darken out into like pure black. This one opens up, and it just gouts of blood just cover him.
Just cover him. Okay.
And he is affected with my blood maledict. He is shaken.
Okay.
While shaken, you have to mark a stress, or he has to mark a stress anytime he wishes to take the spotlight.
Nice.
It's temporary though, of course. At that, and then I am going to take my axe, which has my Crimson Right still active because I have not rested.
Nice.
And I wish to take a strike at him.
I'm gonna take a strike at him. Okay.
Yep.
Try and hit me.
Okay. 9 plus 9 with fear.
9 with fear.
Yeah.
Okay. So a 9 will not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
When you swing back at him, Alan leaves his spear like in the ground, and he kind of like does like a small like roll, like a backflip almost, but like just rolling to kind of like flip out of the way into the darkness again, like he did the first time that he just disappeared.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight Alan.
Mark a stress.
And mark a stress.
Yeah.
And he is going to roll back in. And as he rolls back in, he's going to pick the spear up and swipe at your legs with it.
Okay.
So close.
Really?
So close. A 19
Did you miss me
on the
again?
die.
Oh, no, natural
19
20.
on the die. Okay.
Well, that will hit. Yeah,
so that will hit. And...
Oh,
that is...
I forgot about that.
What?
Sorry. On that last, would a +1 have made a difference of whether I hit you?
No.
Okay. No. I gotta remember to add that.
That is an 11 damage.
11 damage.
11.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna go ahead and mark an armor slot.
Okay.
To reduce that to a minor.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'll mark a hit point for that. As you come across, you tear off like a chunk of my shirt, and it reveals there is chainmail underneath the white flowy shirt.
Okay. So you still took a damage, though?
I did take a damage.
All right, so roll me a d6.
D6. See if you poison me or whatever. That's a 3.
Okay. So as that swipe comes through again, you don't feel anything extra, but might be something there.
I hate this. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for Alan
so
right now.
I'm going to attempt to blow for blow, but this time maybe actually make contact. I'm going to come through, catch the axe on the reverse side and swing through you. 19 with fear.
Okay, so it does hit.
Yes.
Yep, and I get a fear.
Oh, man. All right. All right, here we go. That would be 12 plus 1, 13. Plus, because I'm missing 2 hit points,
Ooh.
and my power through pain domain, blood domain ability. I not only do I add a +1 on my attack since I have at least 1 hit point marked, but I also get a damage bonus based on how many hit points I have marked. So that is an additional 2. 15 points of magic damage.
15 points of magic damage.
Yes.
Nice. All right, so this is with your axe again?
Yes.
All right, so you're swinging through with the axe. You catch him on his, we'll say his like thigh.
Okay.
And you see blood kind of like spurt away as the lighthouse mirror continues to flash. This time it hits the armor. You distracted kind of slightly look over. You see that glint of light from the armor.
Yeah.
And suddenly you realize that the smell, again, is no longer that strong. And you do not see Alan.
It's gone again? How is it so fast? Oh, the light distracted me just long enough. I hate this guy. And with that, in the sentence, sound is just gone immediately. I just kind of like shuffle back for a second. I just kind of like take a knee. Oh. Well, this sucks. Crap. Okay, and I stand up and I clip the axe on my side. That armor just keeps shining like someone wants me to look at it. But I'm just scared to. So I'm going to continue on. I'm gonna stick to my original plan. I'm gonna go check out that other hole.
Okay.
In the ground.
So you go through
slide.
this hole. You go through the scary slide.
Yeah.
It's not super slidey, but it does go down. It's not that bad, actually. This is kind of like when you get into it, it feels more like you're just kind of doing slopes. You know what I mean? Like you could come back up this relatively easy, you think. And you come back down into another domed room that you can see. And as you look down in this room, this is probably the biggest room that you've seen yet.
Oh, even bigger than the lighthouse room.
Yeah, even bigger than the lighthouse room. And you're kind of coming off the side wall on this one. You're not falling into this room. You're kind of coming out of the side wall a little bit.
Okay.
Do you enter?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you enter, and as soon as your foot hits the ground,
how much damage do I take?
No, the sound of just you shuffling into this room, you hear like movement on the ceiling above you. And bats just kind of start to flutter and fly everywhere out of the room. They're like going past you up the tunnel that you just came out of. They're kind of like swirling around in the room, just spooked that you just entered this room essentially for the first time.
I found the bat cave.
Yes, you found the bat cave.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And it takes a couple of seconds for it to kind of like calm down a little bit in here.
The lantern's still okay?
But finally, everything kind of dies down. Your lantern's still okay. And you can still hear bats in this room kind of just like chittering and moving around. But you can also kind of hear like the echo of flight still coming from around you.
Okay.
As you look around this room, you see that it's relatively empty. Aside from the hole that you just came in from, there's a hole directly above you. And then there's one on the side that kind of looks like another small archway. It's about 2 feet off the ground, though. You'd have to step up into it. And then you see a table in the middle of the room. And on this table appears to be the body of a young woman.
Sarah? Living? Deceased?
You can't tell from over here.
I wish to approach.
But you see. So you approach and you walk up and you take a look at this body that's on the table. And no roll necessary. You look at this body and you can see that her chest is slowly like rising and falling. So it looks like she could be alive. It looks like she's breathing.
Yeah. Or at least something's living in her chest.
Yes. It also looks like her skin is shining underneath your lamplight, like glittery almost.
She's a vampire. Okay.
Do you want to inspect her further?
Someone's been watching teenage drama love romance movies. I wish to I'm going to put the much like the body upstairs, I want to put the blade of my axe under the chin. And I want to say wake up.
So as you put this blade against her skin, you feel a resistance to the flesh slightly. Not what you would expect to feel with blade against skin. Like you've seen how flesh reacts. You've cut people. So because you've done this, I'm not going to make you roll on this, but it feels like metal.
Oh.
And as you look, it appears
like rigid and
that her skin has the glint and almost a textured feel of gold. But she's not responding. But it does appear that she looks like her skin is almost like gold. And her breathing is shallow.
Turning people into gold? Like instead of stone statues of people, he's turning them into like that gold suit of armor was a person? Interesting. I call out to her, hey, wake up. Are you Sarah?
And she does not respond.
Nothing.
Yes.
She's
just breathing slowly.
If I attempt to I look around at the table, there's nothing. Do I see any kind of contraptions or potions or anything like that?
No, you just see she's laying on a table. And it's like a kind of just a wooden table, like a dining room table almost. And she just appears to be laying on this table.
I'm going to attempt to if I oh man, I don't want to do this either. I don't want to touch her like physically with my flesh because I'm worried it could be contagious. The whatever's happening, it could jump from person to person. Am I able to get a good angle on a finger and then be able to attempt to cut through a finger? This is a magical axe, so I don't believe it's going to break even on metal. But I wish to remove an appendage to see if...
You wish to remove an appendage?
Yes, that either A would... Because, you know, if she's not going to wake up, she's as good as dead. So if this could mean saving a life without missing, you know, missing part of the finger, whatever, you know, whatever. So this is my attempt.
Okay.
To either shock her into consciousness or B, find out the resistance of this magical goldening that's happening.
Yeah. So as you push down in this, your weapon is magical.
Yes.
And it's very, very sharp. Like it has a magical edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you push through this, you put all of your weight behind it. And you push down, it slices through her finger.
Okay.
And does remove it. But as it does, it doesn't bleed like you would have expected it to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like her appendages are even further along in this process. And the finger itself appears to be solid gold all the way through.
Interesting. What module did you find? This is very interesting. Okay. And she doesn't react.
She does not react at all.
Huh.
But Alan does as he drops down from the ceiling.
Of course.
And lands behind you.
Yeah.
And as soon as he lands, he just says, "No touchy." And he attempts to stab you with his spear. Does a 13 hit?
You know it does.
So that is 10 damage.
10 damage. Yeah, armor slot, reduce it. Man, you're burning through my stuff though.
Roll me a d6.
Oh man!
As the spear makes contact.
I gotta get rid of this spear. That's 5.
That is a 5. All right, so on a 5,
yeah,
this time you do feel it. So this spear, when it hits you, it doesn't just cut you, but it burns. It burns into your side.
Does it?
And as it burns, you kind of start to feel slightly dizzied.
It starts to burn and I start to feel dizzied.
Yes.
Does anything else happen with it?
No, not right now.
So, okay. Yeah, all right. It burns and I start to feel dizzied. Okay. All right. It's fine. I actually really like that. It's my favorite. At that, feeling some sort of effect, there's some sort of toxin or magic placed upon this weapon. I want to attempt to...
Oh, I did spend a fear, by the way.
Okay. You let me know if you want to adjudicate this at all or anything like that. I wish to destroy, break or disarm him of some sort.
Okay.
But I don't, if that's not something you would allow, then of course I will just take a swipe at him.
I would allow it.
Okay.
I would allow you to attempt to... You were trying to get rid of the spear?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm worried of what's on this.
Yes.
Whether it's just he's trying to give me tetetanus or
tetanus.
So what would you like? Is this an attack roll or a specific?
I want you to do me an attack roll.
Okay.
To hit him first.
Okay. Easy. +3. Okay. 22 with hope.
Absolutely. Okay. So that is you make contact. Now I want you to do me you're going to try and disarm him.
Remind me, would the blood maledict still be on him? Or since you left the scene, would a temporary condition be removed?
Since we left the scene, it would be removed.
Okay.
Yes. So now I'm going to have you do... So what do you want to do here? Do you want to try and break this, or do you want to try and disarm him? So if you're breaking it, I'm going to want strength. If you're trying to disarm him, I want finesse.
I'm trying to break it.
You're trying to break it?
Yes, to either make it harder to use or unable to.
So then this is going to be strength. So I'm going to want you to roll me strength here.
Okay.
And because you hit with that attack, I'm going to give you advantage on this.
Okay. Not great, even on the advantage. All right. 10, 14. 16.
A 16.
With fear.
With fear. Okay.
Yes.
So with fear, you do manage to come down on this. That 16 is going to do it.
Okay.
So you swing at him with your axe. He holds his spear up defensively to try and stop you. And he kind of pushes it up in front of his face. And as he does, you come through with that axe and it hits and it just shatters. I mean, this wood is old that it was made out of.
Right.
And the vibration of it just kind of shakes the entire thing. And the actual handle of the spear just explodes.
Splinters.
Yeah, it splinters. And as that happens, Alan rolls backwards away from you. And it doesn't take him long to kind of recover himself. And he sits up and pulls from his waist the other thing that you saw that looks like a small hand crossbow.
Okay.
And he's going to take a shot at you with it.
Okay.
Does a 9 hit?
A yes. Yes, it does.
A yes. Ew.
Yes,
it's only a 4 damage though.
4?
Yeah.
That is a minor. I'm going to armor it to take none.
Okay. So yeah, he shoots you with this small hand crossbow, and the bolt kind of flings across the room, and you kind of spin to the side, and you can just hear it zip off into the darkness behind you. Okay. And you see him now kind of crouched on the ground, looking hunched down. His back is all bent in.
I like to think since I used an armor, I would have pulled up the shield just in time, and it pinged off.
Oh, and you pinged off the shield? I like it. I like it.
Okay. And he said he's just back.
This is back to you. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
He's just kind of crunched on the ground right now.
So I didn't take any damage there. At this point, if I've still got my weapon, I'm going to two-stage this. I'm going to sprint up towards him, and as I know he's got that crossbow, I'm going to attempt to kind of blind him by performing another blood maledict.
Mm-hmm.
I open up the eye again. Gout of blood over his general direction, like a sheet of rain of blood, and when it his vision comes back to him, I'm back there with the axe, and I'm trying to come down on him. Red glow comes in, and I see how I do. One of this, 11, 15, 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Okay,
and that's with hope.
Yes.
Okay.
So 17 with hope. The damage would be a 8 I'm missing 3 health now, so that goes from an 8 to an 11. So 11 points of magic damage.
Okay. So this is with your the same blood addict again, though?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So that hits.
So you are shaken again.
So he is shaken again.
Yes.
So you hit him hard, and as you do, he rolls backwards into the shadows, and again, that smell that was so heavy before is gone.
You can't keep running away. I'm gonna find you, Alan. God dang it. Every time I do my blood maledict, you're digging away. God dang it. I want to go ahead and kick the door a little bit. I want to go look up. Can I find the end of his spear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I want to grab that, and I'll take out of my sack. I want to grab like a silken cloth. I want to kind of try to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to touch it with my skin. But I want to give it a sniff. Do I notice what kind of toxins on it? What's in my body? It
just smells kind of like rotten. You don't know what it is. It's nothing you've never smelled before.
Okay.
But you just know that you kind of feel like a little bit light on your feet right now. A little bit dizzied.
Do I feel like I'm going to turn into gold?
No, you don't feel like you're going to turn into gold.
All right. As long as I get that vibe. I got to figure out.
Although you don't know what that feels like, but no, you just feel dizzied.
So I'm still dizzy, though.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to wrap that up, and I want to put it in my bag.
Okay.
I want to do another investigation around this room, like thoroughly. I want to see this person's on the table. Their fingers, at least their appendages, appear to be fully cooked. But it hasn't fully gotten to the inside. Like the chest is still moving, which means that's not fully gold yet. But the breathing is getting shallow, which means it's probably close. I'm trying to discern a way to reverse this. Do I see anything?
You look around the room, and you don't really see anything in this room. You just see the table and the girl on the table. There's nothing else in this room other than signs of a scuffle. Yeah.
The only other thing I thought of, well, there's always true love's kiss, but I can only do that with consent. She doesn't seem to be very consenting, so I must leave her for another. Is there any other rooms?
There's one offshoot from this room that you
maybe
can see.
I'll be right back, Sarah. I'm gonna see if I can find you some anti-gold dust or something over there. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. And I want to head that way.
So you head through this room, and as you walk in, you can hear the sound of like a whinny that you recognize as a horse.
A horse whinny.
And as you walk into this room, you see a
underground horse whinny.
A horse in the side of this room, just kind of sitting on the ground over there. It looks thin. It looks tired. It looks emaciated.
How did it get down here?
And around this horse, you see hunched figures on the ground.
How many?
Nearby. Looks like 3 of them.
Living?
They are definitely living.
But emaciated.
And they are just kind of standing there. And they're looking over at you now.
Audio listeners, Richard just shuffled a paper, which either means something's going to happen or I move to the next room.
And in this room, that's what you see. You see, basically, you see these figures hunched over there. You see a horse, which you can easily identify as a horse. You don't know what these things are right now. You can see that they have a vaguely humanoid shape to them, though.
So I step in. They kind of appear towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, howdy. How y'all fine folk doing tonight?
So as you say something out loud, you notice that they're not really... They more now look at you, but more in your direction. They seemed like they were less focused on you before, but now are more focused on you. Do you step further into the room?
No.
So as you don't, the small group kind of like moves.
So they're capable of moving.
And they kind of walk in between you and the horse, and they kind of huddle around it. And what you see as they move forward is you see what appear to be 3 Simia.
Okay.
And they're just kind of looking around the room. After you say that, they're just kind of like glancing around, not really looking at you, but like almost like they're scanning the room, kind of like looking around.
I mean you no harm.
And when you talk, they all kind of look in your direction. And they stop.
And I want to, as quietly as possible, sidestep like 5 or 10 feet. Do they follow me?
They look like they're aware of your location, but they make no move on you. They just stay between you and the horse.
But they track me?
They're watching you every time you make noise. They kind of look in your general direction. And as you look at them, you can kind of like, you can see that they're very tattered in dress.
Yeah. I want to take out the cross and I want to throw it as far as I can behind them.
Behind them? Mm-hmm. So you throw it, and as soon as it clanks on the ground, they all kind of like jump scare, move, and then they kind of like move their position between where you threw the cross and the horse.
Okay. So their vision's based on sound. Seemingly. Okay. But they're protecting the horse. Now, is the horse their friend, their deity, or their dinner, and they're hungry?
And as you're in here, you can see that there is a tunnel in the top of this room, like off into the corner, again, going up. And then the way you came, and that's it.
Unless Alan told them to protect the horse. Maybe I need to protect the horse. Okay. All right. I don't have any kind of ranged weapons. Well, good to know. All right, I guess at that, I'm going to have to step forward, which I assume they will hear.
Yep. So as you step forward, they step forward towards you and again position themselves between you and the horse.
Yes. Hello, fellow bipedal creatures. Are you lost? Is this your horse friend? And does you or your horse friend capable of ungold?
As you step forward and you start talking, they move kind of like in a formation, like a V formation, surrounding like the horse, basically, trying to like put themselves between you and it. And none of them speak, but they growl and they make noises under their breath, kind of like heavy breathing.
Okay. I look to the horse. Do you speak?
The horse just kind of is lackadaisically sitting there, not really doing anything.
Man, this room sucks.
And I'm going to spend a fear. And you hear Alan.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on. Yeah.
From the other side of the room. Adjust and take a breath. And he fires a crossbow bolt at you from across the room.
The cross didn't distract him?
Does a 9 hit?
Yes, you know that.
So that is 6 damage.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to use my last armor slot. And I take nothing.
You take nothing. Okay. All right. So you've got Alan, you heard from across the room. And you glance over and you can see him kind of against the wall. Yeah. And he's got his hand against the side of the wall, like he's bracing himself, like he's kind of like coming down it, holding the crossbow in his other hand.
And the shot comes in, and I go to deflect it again. And when it does, it actually hits the strap that I used to hold onto my shield. And it deflects the arrow, but the shield falls to the ground. And I have to try to like just pick it up and throw it. And like I slide it in the back of my pants for the meantime, but it's totally like disarmored.
Yeah. At this, the Simia close in around the horse and are now like kind of like they got their arms out, like they're forming like a shield wall, and they're kind of like look like they're trying to protect the horse.
Okay. For me and Alan. Interesting. Okay. At that, what's the distance on me and Alan?
Probably about 15 feet.
Okay.
He's pretty close.
Okay. Yeah. I want to. I don't want to get too close to these simia. I'm trying to respect them, and they aren't enemies yet. They seem to be single-minded in protecting this horse, and I'm not enemies with horse yet. So I wish to figure out why Alan won't die and attempt to figure out at what point that happens. So I would like to come up quickly and take my axe and put it into his body, if possible.
Okay.
Is that doable?
Yeah, you can try and put your axe into his body.
Try. Okay. So it's going to be a... and, well, 13 to hit?
A 13 does not hit.
No!
A 13 does not hit.
No, that's with hope.
So you are close enough now that Alan is going to attempt to bite you.
That's a thing?
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, an 18 hits. Obviously.
And that is 4 damage. As Alan chomps down on your elbow.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right. And when he comes down on my elbow, it's totally, I take a hit point.
Like you swing forward from him, and as he like kind of leans to the side, he just reaches forward and snaps on your elbow and bites you.
As he does so, it just, his teeth lock in, and I start to lose it a little bit, and I see as the armor kind of starts to like grow and bulge up a little bit, and the loose fitting clothes get a lot tighter as I expand, and you see orange fur and black stripes all over my body.
Okay.
And the shoes kind of just buckle out, and black claws poke through the leather, and I turn into a were-tiger.
Oh.
And I mark a stress for that.
All right.
Since I took that hit point, I was able to do that. And because of my order of the Lycan from my Blood Hunter, I actually have some ability to control the beast. So there's some adjustments to that and stuff. So now I am a were-tiger.
Now you are a were-tiger.
Yes. All right. At that, I'm assuming he's still within very close range.
Yes.
Melee even.
Very close range.
I am going to take a... with an axe that looks a little bit smaller all of a sudden just because of my big meaty paw, and I want to just bash it into him.
Bash it into him. Okay.
Yep. So now, and this is the first time I've played a werewolf, so let's figure this out. When you gain a D10 wolf die.
Ooh.
That's what I was looking for. So I'm going to roll that as well. That you add to all attacks and damage rolls. When you would gain a hope in wolf form, you mark a stress instead. But because of Order of the Lycan, when I gain a hope in wolf form, you also mark a stress. So I will still gain that. I also will apply my wolf die to any strength or ability or agility check rolls. So wolf die right here. All right. So let's do some. Whoa, that's a crit. That's 2 sixes.
Oh no.
So I guess the wolf die doesn't even matter
Alan.
for that, right? Well, the wolf die is about to matter for damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about to matter for damage.
All right. So the max.
So what's your max damage there?
My max damage. Are we talking? Are we talking modifiers and stuff too, or just dies?
So it's max damage on the dice.
All right, that's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So that would be a 6 plus 8, so we're at 14 plus 10. So 24.
Okay.
Right? Am I wrong? 6 plus 8, 14 plus 10. Yeah, okay, so 24. And then I roll, right?
Yeah.
And all the other stuff. So that would be 30, 35, 41 plus 1, so 42 plus all the damage I've taken my health, which is another 4, 46. points of magic damage.
46 points of magic damage. All right. So every time that you have hit Alan previously,
yeah,
he has mysteriously absconded from the scene.
Yeah.
Every single time that you damage him,
right,
he just seemingly is gone without a trace.
Sucks.
This time, this hit, so oppressive. Tell me how you end Alan's life here in this cave.
Like to, as I just grip my axe. This isn't like a sharp end first. This is a blunt end first. I just shove it into his mouth where he just bit me. And it's just like an animalistic without thought. I just grab it. I kind of grab the top of his head a little bit. And I just push it into his mouth. Like just
straight into his mouth. And Alan, this hit just instantly. He just slumps. And now you're basically just holding the weight of his body.
Yeah.
As he is limp.
And I just slam him on the ground with my left hand. And I am just in this semi-feral, semi-control like state.
Yeah.
I really want to like push like flake cereal onto children and like just yeah.
Yeah, and as you glance around the room,
Murder is great.
The Simia are still there, just huddled around the horse. Just kind of like backed as close as they can be to the wall and the horse. They're listening intently, but you get the impression that they can't see what's been happening. And they're just kind of there protecting this horse against the wall. And everything else is just dead silent as Alan sits on the ground.
I want to grab Alan, because I came here with a mission. I want to grab Alan by the leg and just start to drag him. And I want to look over to the Simia and just basically let him know I'm like,
the mole is dead. If you are able, you are free. You can leave.
And I just start to drag him back up through to where Sarah is.
Okay. So yeah, as you pull him through, the Simia watch you leave, but they don't appear to be making any moves yet. Okay. They're just watching you.
If nothing else, I plan on letting people know that there are people down here that could use help.
Okay.
But, maybe they'll try to leave before they get to that point.
And you drag the remains of Alan through the room into the room with Sarah.
Yeah. Still breathing?
Yeah, she's still breathing shallow. You could see she's still gold in nature.
Interesting. I clip the axe, and I want to try to get rip a piece of cloth off of Alan's like dirty clothes, and just wrap that around one of her limbs and just try to drag her too.
And drag her too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then attempt to get up to the surface and back to the town, but let me know if I run into any pitfalls while trying to do that.
So, as you make your way back through the passages that you found, you climb up through the tunnels that you've already done so.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way through. You get all the way back up to the area that you were in before. As you look around, you get back to the room where the pit trap was that you originally came from. You can tell that there's handholds that you could use. There's like somebody had obviously tried to climb out of here before, was probably successful as well. I won't make you roll for it, but it does take you a little bit of time.
I'm sure it might take me a couple trips, like carrying two bodies.
Yep, but you managed to get your way back out the way that you came, back up through the homestead, back out. Mm-hmm. And it's well into the evening now, so it does take you a while to get back to the town. But you do make it successfully. And the town councilman, when you get back, you never asked for his name, but it was Archibald.
Okay.
Archibald greets you.
His name wasn't important.
Very surprised to see that you've actually returned at all.
That a tiger is brought in.
And even more surprised to see that you have the body of the young noblewoman in tow.
Yeah.
And he's able to definitely confirm that is indeed young Sarah that you have brought back home. As to what ails her, they have no idea. This is not something that anybody has ever seen before.
Okay.
You brought Alan's body with you, like
yes,
complete and total.
Yep.
So you bring Alan's body to
missing whatever teeth may have,
and you slump that down, and he's able to confirm. And he says, "Well, I'm surprised to see that you made it back here successfully, but I'm not unhappy about it, and I'm glad to see that you were able to take care of Alan.
It wasn't a trouble at all.
Now, as for the girl, I do appreciate you bringing her back. We will try everything that we can to see if we can figure out exactly what Alan has done to her.
He seems to have removed her finger.
That does seem unfortunate. But the village thanks you kindly, and here's the money that was promised to you."
I reach out my paw.
And he, very trepidatious, gives it to you. He's obviously very frightened of you.
Slowly curl my fingers and claws over it and put the bags in a bag pouch.
Again, I know we agreed on giving you a place to stay for the evening, and you'll find accommodations here at the inn. Should be quite welcoming, and feel free to have a little drink, a little food. It's definitely on the house.
So it's an inn church inn.
No, there's an inn down in the village. Yeah,
so I can't stay here.
Can't stay here.
Not here. Must go there.
No, you'll have to go there. And again, I thank you for helping us out. Alan's been kind of a thorn in our side for a while now, and you've done us a great service, sir.
There are others there. Deep in the pits, the tunnels. They're dangerous. But a group of Simia protecting a horse are at the lowest level I reached.
A horse underground, you say?
I was also very confused. But yes, there are some who may need your assistance.
Well, okay, I thank you for that. We'll see if we can send some folk out to take a look at that and hopefully get it squared up. Well, again, I wanna thank you for helping us out, and if you decide you want to hang around for a little bit, I believe we might have some other jobs for you if you'd be interested in. We could definitely use someone of your talents. He kind of looks at you up and down a little questionably.
I give a little nod and
that would be great.
And as that rolls off your tigery tongue, the camera pulls back and fades to black as the rain starts to come in a little bit harder over the village, and we end our story for this evening.
Clap, 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 clap.
For Alan the Mole, which you were able to kill.
I was waiting on stage 2. The molening.
The molening. So yeah, that was Alan the Mole by Luca Negri. There's obviously more rooms that we could have gotten into that was just dependent on the route that you took.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you questions off camera because I don't want to spoil things for people in this that won't actually play it, because obviously, like you mentioned, we did the route I took.
Yes, sure. The route that you took. But yes, there are other routes to take in here. Yeah, there's other routes to take in here, and obviously some liberties that were taken on my half, kind of skinning this into Daggerheart themselves.
Yeah. I think it fit pretty well. I mean, like I said, I don't know how much you had to skin, but at no point was I like, this doesn't make sense for Daggerheart.
Yeah, so there are enemies in this. I did skin quite a few of the enemies over, just quickly, like using regular stat blocks. So we're talking like tier 1 stat blocks. The Simia would have been Jagged Knife. I used most of their stat blocks for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
There were other enemies that you didn't encounter. So like wasps were one of them, which I was planning on using things like the mosquito stat block modified slightly.
Mosquito, I knew it!
There were some dogs in an encounter. The horse exists in here as well.
The horse is an encounter?
Alan itself, well, the Simia are an encounter.
Sure.
The horse is kind of like something that they're protecting. Alan does have a stat block that was used in the Lamentations, I think, is what they don't give him a stat block. They give him hit points and everything like that. So Alan, I had to kind of build from the ground up. Incidentally, using the homebrew rules for Daggerheart that are listed online. So using the adversary like homebrew kit kind of guidelines, I was able to go through and build out Alan as an adversary with his thresholds and hit points. As far as his abilities and stuff like that, these were all ones that I kind of just made up. To kind of make him a little bit more interesting. The only one that we didn't really get to use was the poison mechanic, which you didn't really do any actual rolls outside of that, but the poison mechanic is more designed to give you disadvantage on checks and rolls that you would have outside of combat. Because one of Alan's things is anytime that he is dealt damage, he goes away, which is kind of fun. Yeah.
That was the bane of my existence.
So yeah, that it was like I said, Alan the Mole by Luca Negri. And like I said, we'll put a little thing in here if you want to go ahead and download this and check it out. Like I said, it's very bare bones. So it's something just kind of fun that for you to skin up and use. You could throw this into a campaign really easily to have your adventurers do something like that, or just do a clean one shot like this. Yeah, that was my little Daggerheart skin of a one shot that I found online.
That was fun. So yeah, that was our first one shot of the month. We got a couple more of these coming up for the month of October.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to be playing next. I don't know if it's going to be Daggerheart. I know we probably got one more Daggerheart in here though.
So that was the thing when Richard mentioned that he was doing Daggerheart, and I was like, "What? You're doing Daggerheart?" It's because I also have a Daggerheart game planned, but we alternate these, and we don't give two of those in a row. So next week, I'm going to run a game I found online that I'll post the description for that and everything. I know it's one neither of us ever played. It's probably going to be super simple. It might take us 20 minutes. It might take us an hour and a half. Who knows? We'll see.
Okay, cool.
That'll be a significantly super rules light one. We'll get to that. We're going to have some fun. Or maybe it'll be terrible. We'll see. But by the end of the month, I will be running a one-shot of Daggerheart, and we'll see if I can even come close to comparing to how much fun yours was. So, yeah, I can't wait. More of that, and we'll flip the screen on this side of the table.
Yeah.
But for now, everybody, if you've enjoyed this at all, if you want to see more of this stuff for the month of October, make sure you subscribe on YouTube or, follow on all the podcast places. 5 stars, really appreciated there, of course. Outside of the month of October, if this is the first time you've ever listened to us, we don't normally do the Let's Plays and stuff like that. It's occasionally, whatever. But typically, it's a lot of tabletop discussion and news and things like that. A lot of emphasis on Daggerheart, especially lately. But yeah, a lot more of that to come as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. And outside of the month of October, we'll see more of that. But if you want to keep those 2 lanterns back there, let your positive affirmations help do that. And everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I have been Tyler.
And I've been Richard.
And we've been
True Strike.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, adventurers. Thanks again for joining us today. Please be sure to give us a follow on your favorite podcasting platforms and YouTube. If there's any questions you'd like to write into the show, you can hit us up on Threads, Blue Sky, or Instagram. New episodes released every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for listening to True Strike.